nice day down here at the boatyard today. Temperatures are hovering around 50 degrees. So every day like this makes spring a little bit closer. So we'll see how this all works out. But most of the snow that we had over the last couple of weeks is gone. It's still a little cool for being outside and doing a lot of things, but it is not bad. Okay, more work being done to install our new chart plotter. As you can see from the hole in the instrument panel there, the old chart plotter is sitting back in the back for now. I just wanted to make sure that any wiring changes that I've made do not affect the instruments that still rely on the old Raymarine system. And I just checked that out. Primarily it's the auto helm, and that is working fine. I just need to get the new chart plotter installed, and then this old one will very likely be coming out, but we'll see. May have to use two of them at some point, but for now we've got it's set up so that we can get the new one installed. So I will hopefully start working on that later this week, and at least get the cutout for the right size and start running some of the wiring. So coming up here shortly, we'll have a new chart plotter installed. Looking forward to that. One of the other projects this winter is to install a new main sheet a block. This block is the one that was on the boat to begin with. Looks like it was an original Lumar block that was attached to the Traveler and the Traveler car, I should say. It actually, I found that it was seized. It won't turn anymore, which is not a good thing. That part of the reason why we had some difficulties and some issues with our main sheet this year. So I've upgraded to a Harken element block. This is a really sturdy block. Look at the size of the connection point down here. This thing is massive. In fact, it's so big that I had to grind it down in order to fit into the sleeve that this one came out of. So this one is ready to be installed. It will be a much more robust block, heavy duty, very well put together, this element block. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this works come spring. Hopefully this one will allow our main sheet to work a little bit easier. Continuing on with the new chart plotter install. Got the template set up and laid out on the instrument panel here, so that the new chart plotter, the Raymarine plotter, can be installed in here. So next step is to cut out a bigger hole for the install. So here we go. Well, it's out. Now it's just time to do a little cleanup with a file, a chiseled file, and get everything cleaned up, and get the vacuum cleaner out and suck up all this dust, and then get it installed. Well, it's installed, and it powers up. Now we'll just need to do the programming. The chart for the Navionics chart for the Great Lakes has already been installed, so should be all set to function. I'll have to come back another day and work on this after I study the book a little bit more. But it's up and functional. Well, here we are back at the boat, continuing to work on the installation of the new Ray Marine Axiom 12 chart plotter. Last week we got the hole cut out, got it installed in the nav station, also got the power hooked up to it, and now we've got a couple of connections to make. I need to connect it to the Talk system. It's mid-February and the winter projects continue. Although I confess I haven't been as diligent this year as I have in the past on these winter projects. I have enough of them, but just had too many other things going on to get to them. But they will get done before the boat goes in the water here in a couple of months. The water is down quite a bit at this point. We haven't had much snow, and it hasn't been very cold, so the river and the bay and the Great Lakes haven't frozen over like they have, or to the extent that they have in the past, which leads to a lot of evaporation. And then with very little snowfall or rain, it doesn't get replenished. So hopefully we'll get some more precipitation here in the next 6 to 8 weeks before it starts to warm up to bring the water levels back up. Back inside here this afternoon. It's actually not too bad outside. It's only 32 degrees with a pretty stiff breeze, which makes it a little bit colder, but we've been fortunate so far from a temperature standpoint in that it's been in the upper 30s, low 40s for the last couple of weeks. Almost all the snow is gone, so it's starting to look a lot like spring, although it's probably about a month early for that. And as I said before, we haven't had much snow or rain. The precipitation has been so low that the water levels in the bay, Lake Michigan, and the Great Lakes have been dropping, which is not a good thing for us. So most of the projects this year have been indoors, so it hasn't been too bad that being out here. Got the heater going inside. We're warming it up right now. We'll head down below in a couple of minutes, give it a chance to warm up a little bit, and then go to work. Well, it's supposed to be spring. Still a little cool, but warmer temperatures are coming. The outdoor boats are still pretty much under cover. Still a little too cold to be out here working on them. Again, chart plotter's installed. It's still loading the chart apparently, so I'm not getting a chart here yet. Also, maybe the fact that we're in a metal building that may be interfering with the function of the GPS here too. But have to do a little research on the book when I get home this afternoon. But looking good. It's installed. kind of dusty back here yet, so I have to clean that up a little bit. But it's installed, connected, and powered up, or powered. I'm going to power it up now and start working on the programming. Okay, she's powering up. Got the new main sheet turning block installed. Another project done. Well, it's late March, and down here at the boat, starting some more projects. The snow is almost gone. In fact, it's raining pretty hard outside right now. Temperatures are in the 50s today. Going to be back pretty cold again the rest of this week, but as long as it's warm outside, it's time to get some work done. So what we're working on, or what I'm working on now, is starting to sand the teak with the hope that before the boat goes in the water this spring, we'll be able to at least get one coat of varnish on the on most of the teak work. So we'll see how that goes, but that's today's project to get started. Time to get to work. Well, the doors are open and they are starting to move these boats out. So latest news is that most of these boats should be out by midweek next week. It is which would be the first, roughly the 1st of May. So we're getting closer. Then we can start doing some of the outside work that needs to be done. Instead of working on all the inside work. Kind of limited here as to what I can do outside, at least in terms of the hull, because we've got boats stacked up right against the side of our boat, literally inches away. So but again, we'll be getting out of here soon and out in the yard so we can start working on the outside projects. Or at least we'll be in here in a position where we can actually get to working on the hull and start getting some of the bottom work done as well. So we'll see. Well, the boat is still a mess, which I do not like, but getting closer. Some of it's been picked up. It is actually, despite the way it looks, somewhat organized here. Getting everything ready to start all the cleaning projects and working on the exterior of the boat. All of the interior projects are done. I do have to do some work with setting up the Raymarine Axiom 12 chart plotter, which is it's installed, it's powered up, but it is not calibrated or set up right yet. So that's a project once we get outdoors and some of the other things done. Not a priority at this point, but again, a bit of a mess, but it's getting there. Well, did some polishing and waxing of the cockpit this afternoon. Cleaned up some of the areas under the lockers, the on-deck lockers. They were in pretty bad shape, so cleaned those up and waxed and polished the exterior. So another one of the little projects is done. Now, soon we'll be getting to the bigger ones. As you can see, the other boats are now out. Boomerang is in here pretty much by herself on the floor. It's time to start working on the hull.